Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Nervalette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
Oh, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the...
Neverlet! Sadine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Ugh, Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective? Hmm?
I trust that you'd be able to work.
So, what is it exactly?
A Melusine name.
And
That is all the information I have.
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist...
Thank you for understanding.
Then I shall return to my post for now. Should anyone visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon.
judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to invest.
I cannot tell you just yet, but there could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Come on!
It is not my intention to keep you in the... Long story short, there were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine.
They must have been amazing people to receive.
Indeed. Unfortunately, the reforms damaged the interests of some. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been... All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wit. Many common folk believe that I share a special... Some of them, especially the... I have nothing against... It is already...
Even so, what? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée...
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively... However, since I am...
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice?
I understand where you are... You know very well about my... Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deep... I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong...
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all... Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the...
That does... Let us go.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kind... Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead. The weather's amazing today.
Kiara.
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And... Oh, I remember! You're the Aww! Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, the letter fell through the crack in my door, but Sidine told me it was a threatening...
Have you run into...
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious? Ah! Did you... Nope. I don't remember meeting...
Do you still have the letter with you?
Oh! Let's see.
Now then. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the... We can't rule out that Since you can't think of anyone... Kiara, you should...
Sure! Wait, no.
But you are being watched right...
And that's where we come in to help! We'll stay with Kiara, with us around... Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon. Oh.
All right. Let us...
We'll take her to a lost place right away. So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago! Why would Paimon be a big sister to you? My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange. Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big...
I thought so. What brings you here? Did you run into any trouble?
It's not really... May I begin inspecting this?
Of course.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us things like...
All right. Now that... Hear me out.
Of course!
Please wait a moment.
Seems like they get along... Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh!
Strange?
Why is... Gotcha! Charlotte! letter. What? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Nouvelette and request an interview with him. You want an interview? That's right. But it's not so imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved. Yeah, we're doing I see. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? All right. What? Shh! It just so happens. I'll ask my colleague, but I gotta... Why? People care a great... Anyway. Well, that was a nice chat.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's
Huh.
Clarand! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of...
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Nouvelette was investigating a case. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happen to have...
Nouvelette should...
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Nouvelette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Clarand. She offered to help.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities.
We thought so too.
I've been looking over the case. I've come up with 2 plans. On the other... Don't worry.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I... Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you hit?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's
That might be how it seems from another's perspective. There are many documents. All right, let us take a break.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about all this silence is making...
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mammonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. He seems like the type... What's inside these glasses? It looks just like...
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old...
What did you think it...
Since you're the Chief Justice...
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated. I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake distinct, different.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty... Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have...
questions.
Many, in fact. In essence, for a long time my memory was rather... Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have...
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions, but there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Idea what they... My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to... That's why I'm quite thankful.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to...
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all... If there really were... Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads, but...
What?
Perhaps we should go.
must leave no stone unturned.
Farewell!
Let the world come alive!
Go! You're free now!
As a dutiful maid would. Leave it all to me. The show begins.
Be free! Not good.
May I... Steady as stone. Huh?
Not too far now.
Oh, brilliant! I must leave.
Yeah.
The show be...
Time to say hello. Farewell. Not too far now.
Let my name echo in song! Steady as stone. Leave it all to me.
Tell me what you see. The more data samples, the better.
I can't believe how much it's changed.
Looks like we got lucky.
Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me.
A safe distance? Whoa, it's glowing! for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for...
I know. Not only can I...
But a meaningful life.
It's definitely... In truth, we're almost 20...
I understand your... I too came...
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head. And I tried...
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential. Different identity. There aren't many suggestions.
Oh, I'm
I believe in you.
Huh?
Yes?
That stone thing...
He is an...
Hello. Can I help with...
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello. I'm Carol. A Melusine. Is there anything you need help?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down.
Hard.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incident.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some...
Go away! Quit acting!
I'm not leaving. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would... So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in...
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently. Perhaps...
This!
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't any...
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a...
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I still want to try a... Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not...
We'll hand them out together.
Monsieur Neuvillette...
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the human...
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a...
You...
Vautrin brings up a good point. Please...
Medal of Peace?
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined.
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personal. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Nervilette will be left with no excuse.
I get...
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Nervilette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests, they tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Nervilette confess to his mistake. The guards were stopped.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth?
The situation had rapidly... Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to...
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Nervilette. Can you understand how I feel?
I understand, but I'm...
That's exactly why we need... I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol, and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. I'm thinking, bail him out? Shh, keep it down. Besides, now... Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he... Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Nervilette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now Personal justice does not equate. Therefore, you will be declared.
What? That can't be! Monsieur Nervilette, please give this a little more thought. He has done
Vautrin, my friend.
Nervilette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Nervilette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charge. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal...
Goodbye.
This all happened because of Carol's naive idea.
How can different species peace...
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon... Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions...
It is as you said. It is not only...
That sounds...
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are... Which ones? It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. But that does not mean I am deliberate. It was a coincidence, but you should now understand...
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating I did not sense... I don't know what... However...
Oh! Didn't we read about...
You've read about it. In that case, the...
Huh?
Navia! Nice to see...
I've heard some things. But rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're... So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the...
Thank you. Where did you hear about...
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed.
Anyway.
The suspects who... We are planning to return...
All right. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the...
I have already considered that possibility, and what is more important is... I hope the same won't happen.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Mel?
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily...
That's exactly... Think about how...
Everyone, please stay alert to your...
It feels like you've been following me this whole time.
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop
This isn't a good time to be... Come on. Don't act tough. I bet you... All right.
You shouldn't ever skip meals. Especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervulette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervulette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing.
That's more like it.
Come and fight me instead, you
Have you heard? Even the Special Patrol came to... Shh! Look!
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is true.
So...
No, I should... Let us stick to our plan and... The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the list of involved suspects.
What does it say?
The principal offense, those with close, among them?
So many names.
Yes. It seems like he's closely related to...
Monsieur Neverlet, someone claiming to be from the Spina Duris, he said, and I quote, "We have located the sus..."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quick?
I too am perplexed.
These newcomers are full of...
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa.
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of this.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
But... oh well.
Yes.
You're Essa?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you write that threatening letter?
I did, but I was just...
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Mer...
Well, looks like you'll have to make the trip yourself.
You've done more than enough.
Leave the formalities for later. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy...
All right, then.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed...
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself!
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, show... Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Think he is! Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I'm concerned about this incident because... That's an easy one.
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine? What? Sejuine! Yeah, and we really... Is Kiara...
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting...
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still...
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me? Wriothesley. Okay. I think of it as more of thanks for the trouble.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something...
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably... But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. Ah, and watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here. Oh, and would anyone like any... Paimon's not that. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. Typical Sejuine. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you...
What's that?
We have a very... We have never had helping each other.
Sounds like a pretty...
But people...
Interested in joining the mutual... If you'd like to learn... Our slogan here. This...
You two look kind of... It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for my... The first president of our network was an amazing person. All of us have a lot...
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neverlet.
Did you manage to gather...
According to them, the badges...
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should...
Oh, so the Monsieur Neverlet, His Grace has requested your presence.
All right.
Having a favorite animal, or vegetable or fruit, can help us recognize what kind of people we want to become.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neverlet? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, We're all reasonable people.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of... After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right?
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
My initial target was Nervilette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could... But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are...
No.
Is it true that all members involved...
Yes.
Sijuin, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Yes. I experienced a similar...
And how long ago?
More than 400...
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a...
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers and... But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing...
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever... People no longer have any reservation. Right now...
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliment. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine.
There's no need to be so modest. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to let...
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled...
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not...
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards... The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to...
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that...
I know of what you... The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter...
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issue.
Great! That's what...
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you...
Yep. Neuvillette thought they're bad.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined. In other words...
What? During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say?
I don't have anything to say. Well then, let us head back.
Please, take care.
Time itself is a silent song.
Agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on... hey!
What I really think is, every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are.
As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. These changes were not due to any specific... I will try to contemplate this further.
Oh. Huh? It's raining! Oh no! Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Maripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Nervillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusine should be safe.
Oh, that's one.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved.
By the way...
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like to celebrate this joy.
That's not how you sell...
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my...
Yes!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all. Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me.
Do you remember Domenico? He would...
Let me think. I can't remember. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone by? In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, Kiara, our dreams have finally come true. I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy.
I can sense your joy. It is...
Monsieur Nip... Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed... I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and...
See you next time. I once thought that time was of no consequence to me. Distance yourself from others and stay focused on your work. A few years or but after all this, I've realized that perhaps this way, the passing of time has a...
Thank you for... Add Ash... Haven't you heard? Today's recommendation is the steak.
crowd over there. Is someone doing a performance? Let's go see! Look over there! She's up because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with... What? So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination? Oh, so this imaginary friend of yours. Seriously? So imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up? Oh... Paimon was looking forward to me. No, because they have the...
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you.
Tone-deaf bard.
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions. Come now, that's no way to... For this
dangerous?
I know, right? Apparently, though, it's called an Urnama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it...
Huh?
Perhaps... If you want to know for sure...
So...
Anyway, it's...
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? All right, then. You'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
There it is!
Wait, imagine it...
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard. Sure, how can I help? You mean me and Mr. Mr. Floaty is my... Say hello, Mr.
No fair.
Flora, why exactly...
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a
I think his name was... Stanley. Stanley's an adventure, and you can tell he's an... He's in the city at the moment.
That sounds like a fun idea.
Flora's, pretty... mysterious kid.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Monster.
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
Well...
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? Paimon's
what say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Serious? How about we explore the area ahead of us later? Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults imaginations. Let's ask some adults at the tavern. Lisa,
Oh, hello, darling. You're quite right. After I heard about poor Jean, I thought I might lend a hand with some of her more literary duties.
Cool!
Wait a moment. Actually, Charles here was...
Please, allow... if it...
What's so urgent?
It came in at the last minute.
Exactly. Hence the urgency.
I'm positive that next time my boss, Master D-Luke, is here, he'll pick up the tab for you.
Sounds about...
Jules from Liyue, come take a look.
So this is where...
Have you come to rescue me? I've been waiting, and all the time I've been working at the... If you'd taken any longer, I don't know what I would...
Fear not! My friend here...
Just as well. Then please escort this... And be careful. I'll be waiting up ahead.
Right. Yeah.
Go! You're free now!
I must leave no Yoo-hoo! Time to clean up.
Deal with them in time. Thank you, my friend. I'll put in a good word for you with the gentleman at the winery.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the
Seems to me you'd... Just drink responsibly.
Oh, and if...
Throw you...
You know, this...
I see no reason to...
Is that...
Sorry.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one.
Seems our suspicions...
Like I said, a lack of childlike...
So people...
What? How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow, Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
Hi everyone. I'm Sansa, and I'm
I'm working on becoming a bard. All goes quiet on Star Snatch Cliff. High, high in the trees. No whiff of the wind. No sign of the birds. No flapping of wings. Then it goes. Pause. Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. I'm making a complete mess of this. I didn't get tongue-tied at all on the 42nd time, or the 90th time. So why can't... The 42nd? Yep. I rehearsed this 100 times to try and perfect my performance. So, this is my 101st time playing this song. But, my first... I really thought it would go well this time. But nope. Right. Actually, the Traveler here has loads of experience with performing music. Why don't you tell us what your method is? Maybe we can give you some... And, Paimon can give you Aww. Just things I jot down after each practice? Whoa. This... well, I'm all ears. Where do you think I'm going wrong? Have I misunderstood some core principles of music theory, perhaps? Paimon never knew being a bard was... And still his... Venti! Ah! Tone-deaf bard, where did you come from? Well, Paimon sure... A whoosh? So it must have been a cat that stole the leaf, right? And with your allergies, you can't exactly... I can help too, Venti. And, after we find it, could I get some advice on some... Sorry, I know it... Wow, really? Huh? But then, why did her performance go so bad? I guess I just lack that natural let me think. Maybe it was a sense of yearning. Back when my parents forced me to stay in my room and study, I'd always hear his wonderful... Yeah, but I get so nervous when I'm performing in front of a crowd. What? Exactly. So... In that case, Paimon will be the audience. That was my first ever successful performance. Once the music started, it felt like I became one with the wind. The audience definitely felt it too. Look, even that cat came to... Oh, Charcoal! So it was you! I'm sorry, that's my neighbor's cat. Whenever I'm rehearsing, it always comes to sit on the windowsill. What was that in its mouth? Charcoal! That belongs to Venti. It's very important. You've helped me so much. I feel bad. Gone like the wind. I can hardly I can't off... Oh, and as well... Jean? What is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? So she's so determined to become a nun.
Huh? Oh.
Are you always...
You bet. Today?
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master...
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself?
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Oh, thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with... How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Shame. Didn't man... How can I smash all these training dummies at once? So that's how to do it. I'm impressed. Well...
Ellen!
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught... Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to... If I'm not mistaken, you should find... Stanley's a truly legendary adventure. Great! Thank you so...
Is it time for a magic show?
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Wait back. Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Here we go.
Farewell! Time to say hello.
Yahoo! Let's play! Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Yeah. Over here. Yeah. Be amazed.
Hey, are those guys?
Let's play. Think you can get away?
Tell me what you see.
Time to shine.
I was so sure I was about...
To be fair, so...
Yes.
Actually...
Ellen has a message...
Oh, I see.
Whoa!
Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
I think we should keep going.
Okay,
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
You don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Magivari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Magivari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Magivari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more. With the gentle breeze carrying away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow.
The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place.
Traveler, I believe... Could I ask you to...
What? Stanley has a...
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on... Oh, you thought so too. I agree.
Please
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still up?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told. The weapons he took... I don't know. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legend... You bet! If I can just... Right now. So, I can't bring myself to tell...
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help Venti...
Oh, one other thing.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
That bunch of hilly churls! Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely!
Hurry now!
Be a me! Step on up!
As you wish.
Are you sure? Why would
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape.
If you saw one, is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless. Fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the...
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it.
Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so...
There's somebody there!
Stanley?
He's acting...
What happened? Why did you stop?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
What? Where?
Me!
Right.
Yeah.
Lo and behold.
Liar, pants. A chunk of scrap wood.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a...
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the warriors wear their battle scars with. Surely, though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed.
You do have a point. Okay, then. Ahem. Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some hilly trillium by now. If... Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We ticked him off big... Hey! He dropped the shield.
Guys, thank you, Mom!
Hey, wait! The wine! You promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here?
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a...
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dado.
You better believe it.
Wow. Then I admire...
It's only to be... I'll get back.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, although, on further... Someone who... I wonder...
What are you talking...
Anyway...
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name? Could there be another?
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Merjavari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because... I'm sorry, Stanley. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes!
Go away. Save your
But...
Leave now.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me.
Oh,
Yeah, really.
that's wonderful.
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, Stanley, we'll see you tomorrow then.
Stanley's really fond of that kid. Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't...
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so... just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot...
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's
Stories? Experience? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley. That's my biggest secret of all. All these... But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead...
I'm too old. I'm no adventurous.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Merjavari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Huh? Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back, but I think that...
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go... This calls for a celebration! And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
You made it.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? So...
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes... The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 20 at that time.
Old Mondstadt?
That's right. Back then, I was just a
tiny elemental being? Without a human form?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon! But Venti's telling his story!
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Careful. Some Saurians like to hide in chests like this. Probably an introvert thing.
Shower me with praise!
see. Be free.
Time to shine!
Leave it all to me.
May I present?
Farewell.
Not too far now.
Steady as stone.
Go! You're free now!
As a good night show.
Take this!
The show...
Be free! The voices are calling.
Leave it up to me.
Lightning, echo, and song! Oh, brilliant!
Following thunder! Lightning slash! Farewell!
I must leave no stone unturned.
The show begins!
Please, hold up!
May I present?
Thunderclap!
Not too far now.
Take this!
Time to say hello.
Oh, brilliant!
Steady as stone.
Farewell!
The show begins!
Take this!
Leave it all to me.
May I present?
Go! You're free now! Lightning slash!
Let the world come alive! Steady as stone.
Be free. Tell me what you see.
Time to clean up.
Thunderclap!
The show begins.
Not too far now. Lightning! It's getting... Take this!
Someone needs assistance.
Farewell! Be free! See you in the night kingdom.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Lightning flash! Take this!
Time to shine!
Lightning flash! Thunderclap!
The show be... I missed a spot. Steady as
Take this!
The show begins! I must leave no stone unturned.
Halloween thunder! Not too far now.
I'll catch up.
Leave it all to me.
Lightning flash! Go! You're free now!
May I present?
Be free! Bad omen! Take this!
Steadiest.
Farewell!
Oh, brilliant!
Thunderclap!
I must
Be free!
as a good knight should.
Time to say hello. Lightning flash! Farewell!
Steadiest. Let my name echo in song. The shell
Be free! Farewell!
I must leave no.
Go! You're free now! Lightning!
May I?
Thunderclap!
Not too far now.
Take this! Lightning flash!
The shell be.
Be free! Take this! Time to say hello.
May I?
Take this! Lightning flash!
The shell be.
Something's wrong. Farewell. Halloween thunder!
Time to clean up. Time to shine.
Go! You're free now! Lightning flash!
May I present?
Take this! Take this!
Oh, brilliant!
Not too far now. Tell me what you see. Be free. Lightning flash! Following thunder! Lightning flash! Go! You're free now! Take Take this!
Leave it all to me.
Lightning flash! Yeah!
Let the world come alive!
Take this! Thunderclap!
The Shelby...
Time to say hello. Here! Be free!
Steady as stone.
Lightning flash!
Oh, brilliant!
Farewell!
As a dutiful maid woman. I must leave no stone unturned. May I...
Take this! Tell me what you see.
Oh, brilliant! Steady as stone.
Not too far now. Take this! Following thunder!
The show begins!
interesting to do.
Take this!
Time to shine!
Time to say hello. What? Yeah! Lightning flash! Farewell! Thunderclap! Lightning flash!
Leave it all to me.
Not too far now. Go! You're free now! Lightning flash! Lightning flash! Be free! Tell me what you see. Here!
The show begins! Steady as stone.
Not too far now. Take this!
May I present? Let the world come alive!
Thunderclap! Be free! Time to say hello. Take this!
Leave it all to me. The show begins!
Farewell!
Oh, what a strange and wonderful...